You dirty stinking hyena, chef.
Come on, Bret, you're my favorite wrestler. Seth Rollins might think that Bret's his favourite wrestler of all time. Bret might not even think that Seth Rollins is a dirty, stinking hyena, but he certainly thinks he is an unsafe wrestler. However, Seth Rollins says that beef is squashed. Welcome back, guys. Fog Wrestling, and Seth Rollins, the current Raw World Heavyweight Champion, was talking recently about his confrontation with Bret Hart, and he basically stood up for himself, and he says to Bret Hart, "I don't appreciate you calling me unsafe," and Bret Hart pretty much apologised. Bret Hart acted like a shite bag and retracted his comments. And what a joke. What an absolute joke. So, Seth Rollins says that he was speaking to Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame, and this is what he said to him. Quote, "I love Bret Hart. I'll preface this. Bret didn't really critique me. He called me unsafe. Bret's going to spit the truth. He'll tell you from what he saw, and he thought I was an unsafe worker. And I would say anybody I've ever been in the ring with would tell you the exact opposite, including the guys who've got injured during the matches with me. That's a fact, I think." To finish up nicely, I did approach Bret at a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Bret was backstage and we ended up in catering line together. I said, "Hey man," he said, "Hey." And I said, "I just want to tell you, as somebody who looked up to you a lot and still does, it kind of really hurt my feelings. I felt bad, and I don't say that often. Bret was a hero of mine when I was growing up, so to have someone like that criticise you and your work ethic and your empathy towards other people, that is really painful. So I expressed to him that I didn't think he knew that I had feelings towards him. I don't think he knew I cared about him that way. And it hit him in a spot, and he apologised, and we have been friends."
This sounds a little bit gay.
"And we have been friends since, and then we've had good conversations. I'm happy we did that, as Bret is still someone I look up to this day in the ring." End of quote. So, yeah, I mean, it is Pride Month, and I guess Seth Rollins here is going all in on Bret Hart. But, I mean, this whole thing is laughable. I mean, Seth Rollins is like, he called me unsafe, and Bret's going to spit the truth. But then he literally says in the very next sentence that he doesn't believe that he's an unsafe worker. And he would say, he said, anyone he's ever been in the ring with would tell you the exact opposite, including the guys that have got injured in matches with me. So it's like, 1 minute he's saying Bret called me unsafe, and Bret only spits the truth. So he's basically saying Bret called me unsafe, but Bret spits truth. So according to Seth Rollins, Bret's telling the truth. But then he says that he believes he's a safe worker, and that everyone else he's been in the ring with, including the people he's injured, would say that. It's like, I mean, if you're so safe, then why have you injured anybody? Remember, he fucked up Sting, pretty much ended his WWE career. He completely shattered John Cena's nose, and he also was in the match when Finn Balor got injured with the buckle bomb.
He killed Sting.
Yeah, I just literally just said that.
I know, but let's talk. He fucking took hoovered years off of Sting.
And then, yeah, so all that happened, but like, I don't see why Seth Rollins, basically crying, basically confessing his love for Bret Hart, all of a sudden has Bret Hart making an apology. If Bret Hart thinks he's unsafe,
I'm surprised at this for Bret.
It doesn't matter though, if Bret Hart is Seth Rollins' favourite wrestler or not.
No.
If Bret thinks that Seth Rollins is unsafe, then what the fuck does it change Bret being his favourite wrestler? It doesn't mean shit.
No, it doesn't change anything, but for some reason Bret, who seems like he would stick by his morals, like 4 out of 10, he said at Triple H for the best part of 26 years, why would he go for... Is it because Seth Rollins confronted him?
What do you think Bret would rate Seth Rollins' safety in this out of 4 out of 10?
I think it'd be less than a 4 out of 10. Just seems very pathetic for Bret. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Seth Rollins is wanting something else unsafe for Bret Hart rammed up his ass. I don't know what's going on here.
But it's a bit weird that he's going to Bret and confessing his love and saying, Bret, I don't think you know what you mean to me and all this stuff. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's
a grown fucking man, like, and he's going to Bret in the catering line about, you hurt my feelings.
That's where he should stay, fucking catering line. But it's like, I just don't get it. Bret critiqued you, mate. It's not the end of the world.
There's something in common. They both got battered by fans and did fuck all about it.
That's true, actually.
At least Bret's an old man.
Yeah, true.
Rollins the guy in his fucking prime.
Bret Hart didn't exactly come out and say, I felt terrified until those two bums in the revival saved me. I mean, what the, you know, like,
I don't know what their names are, but they saved me. Come on.
but I mean, come on. Why is Bret going back on his word because he felt bad? Because Seth Rollins said he was his favourite wrestler, and Seth Rollins expressed that you don't know what you mean to me.
It's almost like Rollins is like a 16-year-old kid who's had like 1 or 2 matches in WWE for some reason, and Bret's like, alright, he's a kid, I'll just take it back. This is a grown fucking man.
Yeah, I mean, whether Seth Rollins says to Bret, look, you're my favourite wrestler, or Bret, you were a boring bastard and you were the reason I switched over to WCW. And then when you went there, I switched back to the Attitude Era. You know, it doesn't matter what's... Bret should have the same opinion. I think it's pretty cheap for Bret Hart.
Nice job, dude.
To change his mind just because Seth Rollins put a wee bit of pressure on him.
In my estimation.
He's not the man anymore.
Push it to the limit.
Aye, anyway.
The tits, clean that off me.
Bret Hart retirement match, would you watch it?
No.
Bret versus Seth.
He'd be doing more sitting down than us watching it.
Aye.
Not that I'd be standing up, but you understand where I'm coming from, brother.
There you go, guys. To be fair, Seth Rollins hasn't really injured anybody in a while.
Very true.
Injures my eyes having to watch him every single week, and my ears.
Thank you.
Sounds more like a wee Gable guy. No,
Gable?
I know.
Who's Gable?
Here's Gable.
Chad Gable?
Master Gable, aye.
Cheers, please.
Cheers, please. Don't. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. This went on way too long. Seth Rollins absolutely sucks, and so does Bret Hart. Till next time. Peace.